So yes, students, I'm here with the extra sums of arithmetic progression. The first sum, the digits of a three-digit number are in AP. See, when you look like three-digit number, immediately what comes to your mind is X and Y. But then here it has been given that they are in AP. Those digits of the three-digit number are in AP. So it acts like your three consecutive term. So when I say three consecutive term, क्या लिया जाएगा three consecutive terms? A minus D, A plus D. ये consecutive terms हैं. So I'll say let the digit in hundreds place. I'll start here. Let the digit in hundreds place. I'll take that as A minus D. Digit in tens place, digit in tens place. I'll take that as just A, and digit in units place, digit in units place. So this I'll take as A plus D. See, I could have taken in a different way also. Hundreds digit I could have taken as A plus D. Tens तो A ही रहेगा और units A minus D. मैं वैसे भी लिख सकती थी. So I'm going to write three-digit number. So what will be the three-digit number? The three-digit number will be 100 into the hundreds digit, that's A minus D, plus 10 into A plus A plus D. So when we open up the bracket, we have 100A minus 100D plus 10A plus A plus D. And this is going to give me 100 and 110, and with 1, it will be 111A, and minus 100D and plus D will be minus 99D. Okay, so this is your three-digit number. See, we are also interested on a number on reversing the digits. So let's write the number on reversing the digits. Now the number on reversing the digits will be, we'll have 100 into A plus D plus 10A plus A minus D. So when I open up the bracket, it's 100A plus 100D plus 10A plus A minus D. So when we add all the A's together, what will you have? You'll have 111A, and 100D minus D will be, that's 99D. See what is the difference? ये minus 99D or ये plus 99D? So that's the farak. Okay. So ab aage, yes, we'll go further with this. Now the condition is, two conditions are there. Their sum is 18. Their sum is 18 means we are talking about the digits. See, read the question. The digits of a three-digit number are in AP, and their sum, that means it's referring to the digits. So we'll have the condition as A minus D plus A plus A plus D. We'll take that as 18. That will be one condition. And the second condition, number on reversing. What's my number on reversing? It's 111A plus 99D. Is means equal. 594 come less means minus 94 than the original number. We'll write the original number. So once again, we'll just see the first condition. First condition is the sum of the digits. So what is my sum of the digits? It's A minus D plus A plus A plus D. And what is the sum of the digits? The sum of the digit is, they have given it as how much? Sum of the digit? Yes, 18. So minus D plus D cancel. Never cancel with pen. Use a pencil or don't show the cancellation. 3A is 18, therefore A is 6. Okay, now we'll apply the second condition. The second condition, yes, let's see that. What they have told, the number on reversing. So look out for the number on reversing. That's 111A plus 99D is means equal. 594 less means minus 594 than the original number. So what's my original number? This is my original number. So what's my original number? It's 111A minus 99D. So this 11A gets cancelled. You take the 99 together, 198D. equals minus 594. D equals minus 594 upon 198, and that's minus 3. Once you have got D and A, you have to only write now the final answer, and that's your original number. What's my original number we have got? We have got 111A minus 99D. So just substitute 111 into 6 minus 99 into minus 3. So this is some 666 plus this is 27, 297. So what is 666 plus 297? It's 963, and that's your final answer. See, I'll just take a recap of the sums quickly in the side. See, what did I take the hundreds digit? A minus D, tens digit A, units digit as 100, A plus D. So what was my number? 100 A minus D plus 10A, 10A plus A plus D. And this gave you the answer as 111A minus 99. The number on reversing, I took 100 A plus D plus 10A plus A minus D, and that answer is 11A plus 99D. There were two conditions. One is the sum of the digits. So that's your sum of the digits, A minus D plus A plus A plus D. And this answer is 18. This is one condition. The second condition is the number on reversing. That's this answer. What's that? 11A plus 99D. And that is equal to 594 less, means minus 594, than the original number, which is your 11A minus 99D. So that's how the sum is done. We'll go for the next sum. Okay, so if you see here, the question is how many two-digit number leaves a remainder 1? The two-digit number starts with 10, 11, and the last one is 99. Now we want the remainder 1 when divided by 5. Now this is exactly divisible by 5. But 11, when we divide by 5, it leaves a remainder 1. Same way, now we have 99 is not divisible by 5, but 95 is divisible by 5. But we want a remainder 1. हमें remainder 1 चाहिए. So हम लेंगे 96. So yes, how do we write this? We'll be writing the two-digit number, which leaves the remainder, 1, when divided by 5. Okay, so which are those numbers? We have 11, we have yes, after 11, 16, then 21, and the last one is 96, is an AP. Now why it is an AP? Okay, these are all for your understanding. Should not interfere with the sum. Is an AP. You need not do the rough work in the side. Is an AP since, yeah, because what's the because? The difference between two consecutive terms. Difference between two consecutive terms is constant. See, why a thing is an AP? Because the difference between the consecutive term, एक के बाद एक जो term आता है, वो difference constant है. ये दोनों का difference 5 है, यहाँ दोनों का difference 5 है. So the difference between the two consecutive term is constant. And what is the value of A we have? A is 11. My D is 16 minus 11. That's 5. And the last term, Tn, is 96. The CBSE student, they write it as An. Okay, अब formula है आपका Tn. See, how many का मतलब है? We want to find out n. Tn, the formula is A plus n minus 1D. So in place of Tn, you're going to write 96. A, we are going to write 11. N as it is minus 1 into 5. So 96 equals 11 plus 5n minus 5. Every step there will be a therefore sign. So therefore, 11 minus 5 is 6. 6 goes on the other side. 96 minus 6 is phi n. So therefore 90 is phi n. So therefore your n is 18. Okay. How many terms means therefore there are 18 terms. See, there can be many variations in this sum. Variation means let's take a parallel sum like this. Like if I say how many three-digit number leaves remainder 1 when divided by 4. This is a question, but we are talking now three-digit number. And divided by 4 means the first one is 100. But it has to leave a remainder 1. So we'll take 101. And just go on adding 4. So it will be 105. So this is your three-digit number, 101, 105. Add more 4. So what it will be? 109. And the last term. The last three-digit number is 999, but it's not divisible by 4. So you have to think of a number divisible by 4. That's 996 divisible by 4, but leaves a remainder 1. So that's 997. So this is an AP. Okay, and your A in this case is 101. Your D in this case is 4. And your TN is 997. Same way, just try it out and solve it. We go for the next sum. See, whenever we talk about 4 consecutive terms, like we already know 3 consecutive terms, A minus D, A plus D. और एक डाल दो A plus 2D. So these are the 4 consecutive terms. Now, this calculation, you know, that ratio of the product, I mean, you multiplying the first and the last, then the middle two, it's going to be difficult. Okay. So what we will do is we can take even 4 consecutive terms as A minus 3D, A minus D, A plus D, and A plus 3D. Please get this. This is A minus 3D, A minus D, A plus D, and A plus 3D. If you see the difference, what is 3D minus D? That's 2D. This is D minus of minus D. That's 2D. This is minus D plus 3D. That's also 2D. So you see basically the difference is 2D. ये दोनों का डिफरेंस करोगे ना 3D minus D 2D आता है. A कैंसिल हो जाएगा. ये D minus और minus D आएगा. तो anyway, see देखो ये सब अपने को सोचना नहीं है. हम क्या करेंगे? Let the 4, we'll directly start. See, let the 4 consecutive term. Let the 4 consecutive term in AP. What will you take? You'll take as A minus 3D, A minus D, A plus D, and A plus 3D. Now, according to the first condition, what has been given? That the sum is 72. So A minus 3D plus A minus D plus A plus D plus A plus 3D. And this is equal to 72. So when we cancel, you'll get 4A equals 72. Okay, this is 72. Let me just rub it off. This is 72. It is 72. So your A is 72 divided by 4. 4 ones are 18. So your A is 18. Now let us look at the second condition. The second condition, let's understand that. Product of first and fourth. So which is my first and fourth? This is my first, this is my fourth. And product, A minus 3D into A plus 3D. Ratio, they have told ratio. So means divided. Product of first and fourth, 2. The product of second and third. Second and third kaun sa? A minus D ये second है, third a plus d है. Or how much is the ratio? 9:10. See, once again I repeat, the ratio का मतलब है division. Product of first and fourth to second and third. ठीक है? See, when I say ratio of A is to B, so A upon B. So now here A minus 3D, A plus 3D क्या देगा? A square minus 9D square upon A square minus D square is 9/10. So therefore now cross multiply. You'll have 10A square minus 90D square is 9A square minus 9D square. So therefore 10A square minus 9A square minus 9D square plus 90D square. So this is A square and this is 81D square. Okay. So we have got A square is 81D square. So when we take the positive square root, because it's in ascending order, so even if you write like this, A is plus minus 9D, and since we want the answer, since the terms are in ascending, I'll not take minus because minus will give me the descending value. So I'll take A as 9D. Okay, this is one thing which we have got. Now A we already know. Therefore 18 equals 9D. Therefore D equals 2. So here we have A and D, and you have to write the 4 consecutive terms. What are the terms? Like the first term. What will be my first term? It's A minus 3D. It's 18 minus, A is 18, na? Minus 3 into 2. 18 minus 6 is 12. Second term is A minus D. So you will have 18 minus 2, and that's 16. Your third term is A plus D, and that's 18 plus 2, that's 20. And the fourth term is A plus 3D, and that's 18 plus 3 into 2. That's 18 plus 6, that's 24. So therefore, the 4 consecutive terms. What are the 4 consecutive terms? Yes, we'll have it 12, 16, 20, and 24. Is that clear? So we have a sum. Just check up the ratio of SM and SN term of an AP. That means it's the same AP, but one is the M term and one is the N term. Understand that? So एक ही AP है, but एक SM है और एक SN है. Sum of say 10 term और दूसरा sum of 11 terms. अलग है sum, but it's M square upon N square. Now SM का formula क्या है? M upon 2, 2A plus N minus 1D. It will be M minus 1D. And Sn will be N upon 2, 2A plus N minus 1D. And this is M square upon N square. So this 2 gets cancelled. And even M, this M which is there on left, when it will go on right, it will get divided, M square divided by M. And this N will go up. So basically what you're going to get, okay, let me write it. Actually, that's not required. You can do directly. 2A plus M minus 1D upon 2A plus N minus 1D. And we have M square upon N square into N goes up, M comes down. And this answer is M upon M. Now what we'll do is we'll cross multiply. See, this 2A you multiply. Okay, I'll write it like this. Your N you'll multiply by 2A plus M minus 1D, and your M you'll multiply by 2A plus N minus 1D. So you have to be careful how you open up. Because your first term will be 2AN plus this will be MND minus this will be minus ND equals this is 2AM plus this will be MND minus This is minus MD. Okay. Now what we'll do is we'll take the two together. So 2AN minus 2AM plus MND. Okay, MND and minus MND. This gets cancelled. D will take it on the other side. Like we have minus MD plus ND. So this has got cancelled. Initially also I could have just cancelled 2 on one side and this ND and MD on one side. Here 2A is common. So we get in bracket N minus M. Here we can say minus D is common. So minus D, देखो ये minus D common है. So bracket it will be M minus N. M, okay, minus D है तो M minus N. So better it is you take plus D only. Plus D. So D is common. So this will be N minus M. I hope you have followed this. D common है. तो आपका N minus M आएगा. Now this N minus M gets cancelled. So we have that 2A equals D. Therefore 2A equals D. Now what we'll do is we want to show the mth and n term, ratio of m and n term. So how will we write ratio of m and n term? Ye Tm upon Tn. What is Tm? It's A plus m minus 1D. And what is Tn? A plus n minus 1D. And this is A plus m minus 1. D can be written as 2A. Here also A plus n minus 1. D can be written as 2A. So what we'll have? A, open up the bracket, 2AM minus 2A, and denominator again A plus 2AN minus 2A. So now what is A minus 2A? Your A minus 2A, you'll get like this. See, 2AM minus A and 2AN minus A. Common is A. A is common, beta. अच्छा, somebody will say, Miss, ये कहाँ से आया? अरे, they are like terms, ना? A minus 2A. It will give me minus A. And 2AM minus A. A common है. So bracket में 2M minus 1. Denominator also is common. 2N minus 1. And this is what we wanted. I hope you have followed it. Yes? Nahi? Okay. We go for the next sum. So we have a sum here. The sum of the third and the seventh term. Now, many of them may get confused. S3. Actually, it's not S3. Third term means T3 plus seventh term means T7. So T3 plus T7 is how much? 32. And their product means T3 into T7, that's 220. Okay, so the formula which we are going to use is Tn equals A plus n minus 1D, where A is the first term and D is a common difference. D is a common difference. This is the formula which we are going to use. Okay, so let's start. Like we have T3. Now, when I write T3 plus T7 is 32. What is T3? A plus 3 minus 1D. T7 means A plus 7 minus 1D. And that's 32. So therefore, A plus 2D and A plus 6D, that's 32. A and A is 2A plus 8D is 32. And when I divide by 2, we'll have A plus 4D is 16. This is an equation. We'll see how, where and how it will be used. Now product. See, the next condition is product. So let me write here side by side. I'm writing it. T3 into T7 is 220. Now T3 is what? A plus 2D. Directly I'm writing. And what is T7? It's A plus 6D. That's 220. And this is where my equation 1 will come from 1. What we will do is, see, this 2d can be written as 4d minus 2d. Matlab a plus 4d minus 2d will give me 2d. And this 6d can be written as 4d plus 2d. And this is equals to 220. I hope you have understood this. See, again, I repeat it. What we have done is, we are trying to write this a plus 2d in terms of the equation 1. What is my equation 1? My equation 1 is a plus 4d. Okay. So what we will do is, 1 minute. So yeah, this is my equation is a plus 4d I have to write. But minus 2d will give me this answer in the bracket. Same way, again I'll write a plus 4d. But when I do 2d, it will give me 6d in the bracket, and that's equal to 2d. Now, why did I write this? Because now from equation 1, this a plus 4d, here also a plus 4d can be substituted as 16. So therefore, in one bracket, you will have 16 minus 2d, and in the other bracket, you will have 16 plus 2d, and that's equal to 220. Now, when I do the formula a minus b, a plus b, it will be 16 square minus 2d the whole square equals 220. What is 16 square? It's 256 minus 4d square is 220. So therefore, 256 minus 220 equals 4d square. So your 4d square is 36. So d square is 9. Therefore, d square is 9. And I think they have given the answer we require in ascending order. So when I take the square root, actually d is plus and minus 3. Since ascending order, the terms are, I think somewhere something is there. We'll take the positive square root only. So d is 3. You can just say since, don't write since, taking the positive square root. I'm taking the positive square root. Okay. So my d is 3. Now what we will do is, ये d मिल गया अपने को, substitute in equation 1. So in place of d, you write it as 3. So a plus 4 into 3 is 16. A plus 12 is 16. Therefore, a equals 16 minus 12. So that's equal to 4. So we have got the answer of A and D. Now, what was the question? Basically, what we wanted? Sum of the first 20 terms. Okay. Yeah. Why did I take only the positive square root is this answer what I want. Find the sum of 21 terms. They have told the terms are in ascending order. Terms are in ascending order. Means if I take the minus, it will give me descending. Not always, there also. But usually terms are in ascending order. So I'm taking the positive. Best thing, Liko, taking the positive square root. So therefore we have Sn formula because we want the sum of 21st term. So Sn equals n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1d. And I'm going to substitute n as 21. So let's see this. So what we'll have, therefore you'll have S21 equals 21 by 2, 2 into 4, 2a, plus 21 minus 1 into d. D is how much? 3. So 21 by 2, 2 4 is 8, plus 21 minus 1 is 23 is 60. So you have 21 by 2 into 68. So you have 21 into 34. 21 into 34. And that is, you multiply it, you may get 714. So again, we have some similar, variations in this sums you can get. Like this was sum of third and seventh. For example, we can have like this, the sum of fourth and eighth term. So what is the sum of fourth and eighth term? It's 54. And product is 665. So I want to find the sum of first 30 terms. So yeah, see up. Sum of fourth and eighth term is T4 plus T8. I'll try to do some direct step. T4 का मतलब है A plus 3D. T8 का मतलब है A plus 7D is 54. 2A plus 10D is 54. Divide by 2. So you have A plus 5D and that's 27. Product means T4 into T8. That's 665. This T4, is A plus 3D. And T8 is A plus 7D is 665. Now, the whole sum depends upon this. This we have to express as 5D. So, we are going to write A plus 5D and do minus 2D. So, it will give me 3D. Here also A plus 5D and do plus 2D. So, that gives me 7D. It's 665. What is A plus 5D? That's 27 minus 2D. And in the other bracket, it's 27 plus 2D. And then you solve it. Okay, same way. Try it out. See here. Sum of n terms means it's Sn. That's 3n plus n square. Now we want to find first term, second term, जो भी है उसके लिए क्या करना है, n की जगह 1 डालो. So it is 3 into 1 plus 1 square. Now S2 you find out, so 3 into 2 plus 2 square. S3 you find out, 3 into 3 plus 3 square. And S4, that's 3 into 4 plus 4 square. Now if you check up, it's 3 plus 1, that's 4. 6 plus 4, that's 10. This is 9 plus 9, that's 18. This is 12 plus 16. What is 12 plus 16? It will be 28. Okay. Now, this is very important what I'm telling you. My T1 is nothing but S1. My T2 is S2 minus S1. S1 was 4. T2 is S2 minus S1. T2 is S2 minus S1. That's 10 minus 4, that's 6. T3 is S3 minus S2. So that's 18 minus 10, and that's 8. Your T4 is S4 minus S3. So that's 28 minus 18. So that's 10. See, basically, क्या है मालूम है? Try and understand. नहीं समझ में आ रहा है? Then just whatever I did, just remember that. There's a formula, The formula says that Sn minus Sn minus 1, that's your T1. Tn, not T1, Tn. So now, for example, I took S2 minus S. This is 2 minus 1, that's 1. And that gives me T2. Okay, chalo, aur S3 leti hu, minus S, 3 minus 1, it's 2. And that will be T3. Even the values, you can work it out with the values. If you have not understood directly, dekh lo, T1 is S1, T2 is S2 minus S1, T3 is S3 minus S2. So therefore, what we have got the terms 4, 6, 8, 10, all this is an AP. And in this AP, my A value is 4 and my D value is 6 minus 4. That's 2. So now just check up. Find the first term. What is my first term? That's A. How much is that? That's 4. Sum of the first and second term. First and second term is S2. That's 10. So this is my sum of first and second term. Now I want the third term. My third term is T3. That's 8. This is sum of first and second. My 15 term. Now to get the 15 term, we'll be using the formula. So the formula is your A is 4. Can you see my A is 4? Okay, I've already written that. My N is 15. So when I use the formula Tn equals A plus N minus 1D, it's T15 equals 4 plus 15 minus 1 into D. D is 2. So 4 plus 14 into 2. So 4 plus 28, and the answer is 32. So what is my 15 term? That's 32. Okay. Okay, so if you see, houses are numbered 1 to 49. So we have the first house, we have the second house, we have the third house. It's numbered up till 49. Okay, is an AP. Now why it is an AP? Since the consecutive terms, since the difference between the consecutive term is constant. Here A value is 1, D value is 2 minus 1. Okay, show that there is a value X such that sum of the houses preceding X, that means there's a house X, and sum of the houses preceding X means, suppose you have the 25th house, preceding 25th house is 24. So preceding X will be X minus 1. So sum of the houses, please understand, sum of the houses preceding X is equal to sum of the houses following it. Now, what do you mean by sum of the houses following it? It means total is S49, and from that we'll do minus Sx. This is the following X. It's S49 minus Sx. See, once again, sum of the houses preceding X is nothing but Sx minus 1. Preceding X, before X, that's Sx minus 1. And following it is S49 minus Sx. Now the formula of Sn is, this is all for your reference. Okay, now the formula of Sn is n upon 2, 2a plus n minus 1d. Okay, and now my n is x minus 1. So it will be x minus 1 upon 2. In bracket, it is 2 into a. A is 1 plus, in place of n, you're going to write x minus 1 minus 1 into d. D is 1. And this is equal to, now S49 is 49 by 2. 2. A is 1 plus 49 minus 1 into D. D is 1. Okay, minus Sx. That's x upon 2 in bracket 2 into 1 plus x minus 1 into D. D is 1. So let's understand this. So what have we got? Understand that. This is x minus 1 upon 2. What's 2 ones are? It's 2 plus x minus 2. Okay. And this is 49 by 2. This is 2. 2 ones are 2 plus 48 minus x by 2. So it's 2 plus x minus 1. See, I could have done, I'll tell you, I could have done Sx minus 1. I could have done S49 and I could have done Sx and just substituted here. I've taken all together. So we have x minus 1 upon 2. Here 2 minus 2 gets cancelled. So we have x. This is 49 by 2 into 50 Yes, this is 50 minus x by 2, and this is 1 plus x. Okay, so now throughout I'll multiply by 2 because it's all divided by 2. So I'll multiply by 2. So what we have is x minus 1 into x. 4950s is some 2450 minus x into 1 plus x. Now just open up the bracket. We have x square minus x equals 2450 minus x square. Your minus x gets cancelled. Your minus x square, when it comes on right, it becomes 2x square. I mean, it is plus x square. And x square plus x square is 2x square. Is 2450. So therefore, your x square is 1225. And what is the square root of 1225? Square root of 1225. Just check up. 1225. So we'll have 3 3s are 9. And here 3 plus 3 is 6. 12 minus 9 is 325. Now this is 65 5s is 325. So yeah, we have got x as 35. So which is that house? It is the 35th house where the sum of the house before 35 is the equal to sum of the houses following it. Means after the 35th house. Something like that. Okay. Which is the number x such that sum of the house, there's a number x, sum of the houses before that 35, you're adding, is equal to sum of the houses after 35. So yeah, we have completed. See, look at this sum. Find a common difference whose first term, now first term is 5. So first term is your A. So what is my first term? Is A, and that's 5. And sum of the first 4 terms. Now this you have to understand. Like we have supposed terms. So sum of the first 4 terms is half the sum of the next 4 terms. Next 4 terms is this. Okay. So how will we write it? Sum of the first 4 terms is half the sum of the next 4 terms will be S8 minus S4. Suppose sum of the first 4 terms is half of the next 6 terms. So 6 terms will be something like this. So sum of the first 4 terms is half. Next 6 terms will be what? It will be S10 minus S4. Okay, so don't get confused. This is not the actual sum, only for your understanding. You're not supposed to write. Acha, here I'll say let the first term be A. Acha, A is there already 5. Difference is D. Now, before I go further, let us calculate this. Like we cross multiply. So what will you get? You'll get 2S4, and that is equal to S8 minus S4. Bring the S4 together. So it will be 3S4. How 3S4? Your 2S4 plus S4 is S8. So 3S4 is S8. Okay. Now you write the formula. So you know what is the formula. Sn equals n by 2 2a plus n minus 1d. This is the formula where a is the first term and d is a common difference. D is a common difference. Okay. So we are going to use this. So when I use this, what will you have? What is here? We have 3. S4 is 4 by 2. N by 2 means 4 by 2. 2 into A is 5 plus N is 4 minus 1 into D. We are supposed to find out that. S8 is 8 by 2. 2 into 5 plus 8 minus 1 into D. Okay, we have got this. Now, if I cancel this, see here, 2 1s are 2 2s are. And here it is 2 ones are 2 fours are. Okay, you can further cancel. Means your 4 and 2 you can cancel. So what you can get is 2 ones are, here 2 twos are. All this cancellation with pencil. So now what have I got? I've got 3, 2 fives are is 10 plus 3D. And here it is 2, 10 plus 7D. So when I open up the bracket, what will you have? You will have, you'll have 30 plus 9D equals 20 plus 14D. So take the D together. We'll have 30 minus 20 on one side, the number 14D minus 9D. What is 30 minus 20? It's 10. And this is 5D. So therefore, my D is 2. So there's lot of calculation. देख लो, ये 2 S4 कर दिया, फिर ये 3 S4 हो गया. S4 का वैल्यू है 4/2. 2A है तो 2 into 5 plus 4 minus 1D. और यहाँ पे 8/2, 2 into 5 plus 8 minus 1D. Cancellations, just understand this cancellation. There are 15 steps like this, which is leading to the terrace. 15 steps are there, so on. The length of this is some 50 meters long. The breadth, they are talking tread means the breadth, that's ½ meter. And the height, suppose this is 1/4 meter. Again, it rises. So there is a rise of 1/4 meter. And we want to find the volume of concrete. So what we are going to do is, we'll find the volume of concrete required for the first step. Concrete required for first step. Now, what is the volume? Length into breadth into height. My length is 50. My breadth is my tread, that's ½. And my height is 1/4. So when I cancel, 2 ones are 25. The answer is 25/4 meter cube. Okay. Now I'll be finding out the volume of concrete required for second step. Now for the second step, again it is L into B into H. My L is 50. My breadth is ½. My height, see here it rises by 1/4. And here it is 1/4 and 1/4. It becomes ½ Okay, the rise is 1/4 and 1/4. Here the rise will be, till here it's ½ and again 1/4 is added, so that's 3/4. So the rise, please understand, this is my rise for the first step. This is my rise for the second step. This is my rise for the third step. Okay, so the volume required for volume of concrete, I'll put it like this, volume of concrete for third step. So what will be that? Again, it will be L into B into H. So your L is 50, your breadth is ½ and your height is 3/4. Here it is ½. So it becomes 50/4. Here, if I'll try to keep the denominator 4, 225s. So this is 75/4. So therefore, the volume of concrete, like for the first step, it is 25/4. For the second step, it is 50/4. For the third step, it is 75/4, is an AP, in which A is 25/4 and my D is 50/4 minus 25/4. So that's 25/4. Total steps, my N is 15. So when I try to find I want the volume of concrete for 25 steps. Okay, so that will be S15. Basically, I want to find S15. This I want to find. My Sn formula is n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1d. So only आपको substitute करना. So yeah, we'll substitute S15. 15 steps are there. That is why we are taking S15. So this is 15 by 2. This is 2 into 25 by 4 plus 15 minus 1 is 14 into 25 by 4. So what we have is 15 by 2. Inside the bracket, it's 50 by 4 plus 14 into 25. Please do 14 into 20. So what is that? 14 into 25? It's 350 by 4. So here we go. What we'll have is 15 by 2. This LCM is 4. And 350 plus 50 is 400. So when I cancel this, it's 100. So 15 by 2 into 100. 15 by 2 into 100. 2 ones are 2 50s are. And this 15 into 50 is 750 meter cube. So this is the volume of concrete which will be required for that steps, for the terrace, because the terrace is comprising of 15 steps. Okay, so let's understand. Sum of m terms. Sm, that's n. Now Sm formula is what? M by 2, 2a plus m minus 1d. And that is equal to n. Same way Sn has been given as m. This has been given. Here also it has been given. Now when I use the formula, you'll have n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 d. And that's m. So we'll open up the bracket. Yeah, 2 you cross multiply. So you'll have m 2a plus m minus 1d, and that's 2n. Same way n 2a plus n minus 1d, and that's 2m. Okay, open up the bracket. So we have 2am plus mmd. It's m square d, m minus md, and that's 2n. That's my first equation. Same way, 2an plus n square d minus nd, and that's 2m. That's my second equation. Now what I'll do, I will subtract left to left, right to right. So how I subtract, just check up. This 2am minus 2an plus m square d minus n square d minus md plus nd, and that is 2n minus 2m. So what I have done is 1 minus 2. Once again, 2am minus 2an, m square d minus n square d minus md plus nd. Now here you take out 2a common. So when I take out 2a common, bracket, what will come? M minus n. D common, m square minus n square. Minus d common, minus d. So m minus n, please understand, minus d we have taken out common. So this will be m and this plus becomes minus. This 2 is common and you get n minus m. Now if you see here, throughout it's m minus n and the last one is n minus m. So you should understand that there is a formula. What is that formula? A minus b, I can write b minus a, but outside with a minus sign. So what we are going to do is 2a m minus n plus d, m square minus n square will be m plus n, m minus n, minus d, m minus n equals minus 2. And this will be m minus n. So when I divide by m minus n, what are you going to get? You're going to get 2a plus d m plus n minus d, means this m minus n will get cancelled. and this is equal to -2. So therefore 2a, you take out d common. So in bracket m plus n minus 1 is -2. So when I use the formula S m plus n, please understand, I use a formula S m plus n. What will be that? It will be m plus n upon 2. Jaisa Sm is m upon 2, Sm plus n will be m plus n upon 2 in bracket 2a plus, in place of m it will be m plus n minus 1 d. So this is m plus n upon 2, and this answer I'll call it as third. My 2a plus m plus n minus 1d is -2. So in place of this, I'm going to write -2 from third. So what we'll have is the 2 gets cancelled and we'll have minus m plus n, and that is what we had to prove. I hope you have understood it. This is an easy sum, like the ages of boys in a group are in AP with common difference of 3 months. Means your D is 3 divided by 12, because we are converted into years. So that's 1/4. The age of the youngest boy is 12. So youngest boy will be taken as A, and that's 12. Sum of the ages of all boy means Sn. That's 375. And we want to find the number of boys, means I want to find n. See, once again, difference, see the 3 upon 12. Youngest boy means A, because it's in AP. And sum of all boys means Sn. So we are going to use simple formula Sn equals n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1d. Only we'll have to be careful with the calculation. So my Sn is 375, n by 2, 2 into 12, plus we don't know n, so n minus 1 into d, your d is 1/4. 375 twos are, what is 375 twos are? 750. So that's n. 2 12s are is 24. And this, if I open up the bracket, you'll have 1/4 n minus 1/4. Okay. So now what we'll have is, this is 750. This is n. We'll go for LCM. LCM is 4. Now 4 24s is 96 plus n minus 1. Now what we can do is we can take cross multiply. 750 4s, that's 3000 equals n. 96 minus 1 is 95 plus n. So when I open up the bracket, we'll have 3000, and that's 95n, 95n, n into 95, and then n square. So what we'll do is 3000 you take along with this n square. And we write everything on the left, n square plus 95, and don't change the sign. I'm not bringing it on the left. I'm taking 3000 along with n square. So the sign of 3000 will change. कहने का मतलब है हमने 3000 को change किया है, उसका position. अब ये 3000 को आप split up करो. जब splitting नहीं समझ में आता, आप prime factors करो. 21500, 5300, 560. ये आपका 5 12, 2 6, 2 3, 3 1. अब ये प्राइम फैक्टर्स में से ऐसा नंबर ढूंढो जो 95 दे. So 5 2 10, 10 2 20, 23 60, and 62 is 120, and 5 5 25. The middle sign always goes for the bigger number, plus 120 minus 25. So ये जो number है 95, I express it as two numbers जो कि addition पर middle term देगा. So what is that? Plus 120. See, I can write directly n plus 120, but that's possible only when the coefficient is 1. And in the other one, n minus 25 equals 0. So therefore, your n will be minus 120, and your n will be 25. Minus 25 will become plus 25. Now this is discarded. Minus 120 is discarded. So what will be the number of boys? Therefore, the total number of boys. कितना आ जाएगा boys? 25. Okay. So some two very simple sums. Let me do it before I end up with a very difficult sum. How many terms of AP? So you already know it's an AP. So my first term is A. That will be taken as 16. And my D, common difference, will be 14 minus 16. That's minus 2. And essence, sum, is 60. How many terms? How many terms means we want to find n. So when I use a formula, Sn equals n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1d. So in place of Sn, we'll write 60, n by 2, 2 into 16, plus n we don't know, minus 1, into d is minus 2. 62 is 120, n 32 minus 2n plus 2. So therefore, 120 n. What is 32 plus 2? That's 34 minus 2n. So therefore, 120 equals 34n minus 2n square. Bring everything on one side. So this is 2n square minus 34n plus 120 is 0. So when I divide by 2, what will you have? N square minus 17n plus 60 is 0. 60 को split up करो. 2 30s are, 2 15s are, 3 5s are, 5 1s are. So 17, we want 17. So 3 2s are 6, 6 2s are 12, 12 and 5. And minus 17 I want. So minus 12 minus 5. In fact, directly I know 12 5 is 60. Basically 60 को split up किया 12 and 5. Minus 12 minus 5. This gives me the middle term. So how do I write? First bracket I'll write n minus 12. Other bracket I'll write n minus 5 is 0. So therefore n is 12 or n is 5. Now we have got two answers, and both usually we discard one. Now here we are not going to discard. Why? We are going to see. For n equals 12, my AP, let's see what is my AP. It started with 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6. There's a difference of 2, 4, 2, 0, minus 2, minus 4. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So what is my S12? Add it up. 16 plus 14 plus 12 plus 10 plus 8 plus 6 plus 4 plus 2 plus 0 minus 2 minus 4 minus 6. So if you see this are getting cancelled. 2 minus 2 plus 4 minus 4 minus 6. So please don't cancel like this. ये 30 है, 42, 52, 60. So we have got the sum as 60. So for N12, we get 60. Now for N5, my AP is 16, 14, 12, 10, and 8. So what will be my S5? Add it up, 16 plus 14 plus 12 plus 10 plus 8. Add it up, that is going to give me 60. So that means my N, therefore, N is 12 and N is 5. Both will accept it. We get two answers. Is that clear? See, a ladder has rungs. Ladder, ye ladder. Rungs means this partition. And this partition is 25 centimeter apart. Okay. And the rung decreases uniformly from 45 centimeter to 25 at the top. This is 25 centimeter at the top. If the top and the bottom, this is 2.5 meter apart, what is the length of the wood required? Now understand the thing, the number of rungs. First we should find the number of rungs. The number of rungs will be whatever is this total distance, that's 2.5 meters, so that will be 250 centimeter. And between two rungs, it's 25. The answer is 10, but the rungs will be taken one more, 10 plus 1, 11. Okay. In between we are taking, so it will be taken one extra, the number of rungs. It will not be taken as 10, but it will be taken as 11. The bottom T1 is 45. And the last, we want to, last is, we have got 11. Na? So Tn, we'll write it. It's okay, Tn, that's 25. Now the formula, length of the wood required. Length of the wood required. The length of the wood required is nothing but your S. So it will be Sn. Sn equals n by 2. It will be T1 plus Tn. Now this S11, it will be 11 by 2. What is my T1? It's 45. My Tn is 25. So 11 by 2 into, it will be 70. And 11 into 35, you should get the answer. The length of the wood required. Okay. We go for the next sum. A spiral is made up of successive semicircles with center A and B alternating. इसका मतलब क्या है? Suppose center A है और ये आपका semicircle. Starting with radius 0.5. That means this radius is 0.5 and the center is A. Now you get another semicircle and that time the center is B. And the radius is 1. Again we get a semicircle. Oh, it doesn't look like a semicircle, but it's a semicircle with center A. And again we get a semicircle and now the center is B. So alternating, it alternates between A and B. Exactly, and we want the length of the consecutive semicircles, spiral, whatever, length of the spiral. Okay, I'll put it length of 13 spirals. So first of all, we will find the semicircle A, means the length of the semicircle with radius 0.5, with radius 0.5. So what it is actually, circumference is pi d, yeah, 2 pi r. So semicircle will be just pi r. So here it will be pi 0.5 centimeter. Then the length of the semicircle with radius 1. So that's pi into 1 centimeter. Okay, now with radius it is 1.5. Okay, centimeter. So you'll have pi into 1.5. Is that clear? So here you can see it's alternating. First center A, then center B, then again center A. It's alternating. So therefore the length of the semicircles, what will we have the length of the semicircles? We'll have 0.5 pi, 1.5 pi, dash is an AP. You know why it's an AP? Because the difference is constant. I'm not writing that. A is 0.5 pi and your D is also 0.5 pi. And we want to find the total length of 13 semicircles. So total length of the spirals of 13 semicircles. That means my n will be taken as 13. So we'll have S, n formula dekh lete pehle. N upon 2 is 2a plus n minus 1d. So when I substitute, we have S13, 13 by 2, 2 into A. A is what? A is 0.5 pi. 0.5 pi, plus n is 13 minus 1, that's 12, into 0.5 pi. So we have 13 by 2. This is 2 5 is pi plus 6 pi. So 13 by 2 into 7 pi. So yeah, we'll get 13 by 2 into 7 into 22 by 7. 7 cancel, 2 1s are 2 11s are, and 13 11s are is 143 centimeter. So that's the total length of your spiral, which has 13 semicircles. बात समझ में आया? बात समझ में आया कि नहीं? देखो ये सेंटर ए है, तो ये आपका स्पाइरल है जिसका रेडियस 0.5 है, और अब जब बी सेंटर है उसका रेडियस 1 है, फिर से ये ए इज द सेंटर and the radius becomes 1.5. So it's alternating between A and B. That's what the sum is. So this was the sum which I had given for quadratic equation as homework. Like Sunil takes 5 days more than Anil. So I'll say let Anil take X days. Let Anil take X days to complete work. Now, if Anil takes X days, Sunil will take 5 days more. So that's X plus 5. So therefore, Sunil takes X plus 5 days to complete work. Okay. Why? I could have taken X and Y, but then there is only one condition. If you read further, it's only one condition. So I'll take it as one variable. Anil, see, yeah, Sunil takes 5 days more. So Anil I've taken as X days. So Sunil X plus 5. Now in one day, they do 1 upon X plus 1 upon X plus 5 of the work. See, what do you mean by this? Suppose somebody takes 2 days to complete the work. So in one day, कितना काम होगा? Half. 3 days. तो एक दिन में कितना होगा? 1/3. और दोनों का मिलाकर 1/2 plus 1/3. It's like that. In one day, they'll do so much of work. Now what they have told, 4 days after starting, Anil left. So in 4 days, कितना काम होगा? पहले वो देखते हैं. In 4 days, they do 4 upon X plus 4 upon X plus 5 of the work. So much work will be done. Now remaining work, see, the work is taken as 1. When I say 1 and 2 days लगता है, that means half work is done. So remaining work, what I will do is, I'll minus it from 1. So 1 minus 4 upon X minus 4 upon X plus 5. This is the remaining work which is done by Sunil in 5 days. अभी Sunil in 1 day कितना काम करता है? 1 upon X plus 5. ये. This is Sunil's work in 1 day. In 5 days, it will be 5 upon X plus 5. That means ये जो काम है, and 5 days में Sunil, whatever work he does, they are equal. So now what I can do is take it on the other side. So 1, this becomes 4 upon X plus 9 upon X plus 5 because the denominator is the same. Now LCM, cross multiply 4X plus 20 plus 9X and X square plus 5X. So as I told you, cross multiply. So therefore, what will you have? Therefore, X square plus 5X cross multiply equals 13X plus 20. Now if 13 you bring it on one side, X square minus 8X minus 20 is 0. So now 20 you split up, 10 2s are 20. If I split up 10 and 2 and minus 10 plus 2. So X square minus 10X plus 2X minus 20 equals 0. So I'll take out common X minus 10 plus 2, X minus 10. So we have two brackets. We could have done it directly, X minus 10, X plus 2 where this is x minus 2 is discarded. So we'll get x equals 10. So Anil takes how many days? 10. And Sunil takes 15 days. So here there are two sums. 150 workers were engaged to finish a work. 4 workers dropped the second day. So when you look at this, you feel like this kind of sum it is. Number of days, then in one day, वैसा नहीं है. The reason is 4 workers dropped the second day, 4 more dropped the third day. That means it's an AP. And so on. It takes 8 days more. So it's not a quadratic equation sum, it's an AP sum, which you will try doing it. This is again a very, very important sum. Ratio of sum of n terms of 2 AP is this. There are 2 different APs. So A1, A2, D1, D2, ऐसे 2 different APs हैं. There was one sum, एक ही AP था उसका M term and N term. मतलब the sum was different. But यहाँ पे it is 2 different AP. The ratio of the sum of the N term is given and we want to find the ratio of mth term. Try doing it. So yes, students, I end up the session.